Are we truly destined to relearn the same lessons year after agonizing year, Toronto? Or can we finally embrace the obvious solution staring us right in the face? A solution that has proven its worth time and time again, yet remains curiously unacted upon? For a franchise that has, in recent memory, perfected the art of bringing in cheap, experienced depth forwards, it seems almost baffling that the most recent and arguably most impactful of these veterans is still lingering in free agency. We're talking about Max Pacioretty, a player who, just last season, defied expectations, silenced doubters, and when the stakes were highest, put the team on his back in a way few others could. The Toronto Maple Leafs, a team undergoing significant change, a team desperately needing steady hands and proven playoff performers, has an open door to bring back a familiar, invaluable presence. The question isn't if he fits, but why he isn't already back in the fold, ready to guide this new era of Leafs hockey. For years now, it's become an almost sacred tradition within the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. Find a seasoned veteran, a player with a wealth of NHL experience, and bring them in on a bargain basement near league minimum contract. It's a blueprint that has consistently delivered immense value, injecting leadership, calm, and unexpected contributions into the roster without breaking the bank. The trailblazer of this ingenious strategy was, of course, Jason Spezza. He broke the mold, returning to his hometown team for a pittance year after year, not just for the love of the game, but for the love of the blue and white. Spezza wasn't just a depth forward. He was a cultural architect, a locker room leader, a calming presence whose wisdom transcended his ice time. His journey from on-ice contributor to a pivotal role in the front office, eventually becoming an assistant general manager with the Pittsburgh Penguins, stands as a testament to the profound impact these types of signings can have far beyond mere statistics. He set an incredibly high bar for what a cheap veteran could bring to the table, both on and off the ice. After Spezza finally hung up his skates, the Maple Leafs didn't abandon the blueprint. They simply sought its next iteration. And last year, they found it in Max Pacioretty. His arrival wasn't met with universal fanfare. A professional tryout, PTO, for training camp for a player of his pedigree often signals a career on its last legs, a body ravaged by injuries, a shadow of his former self. The skepticism was understandable. At 36 years old, and with a history of physical wear and tear, many wondered if Pacioretty was just another mid-30s NHLer whose best days were firmly behind him. But Pacioretty, with the quiet confidence of a true professional, quickly proved them wrong. He wasn't as broken as the typical veteran. He still had the drive, the skill, and, crucially, the competitive fire burning within him. He earned that one-year contract not through reputation, but through sheer performance and an undeniable commitment to proving his worth. His regular season numbers on the surface might not scream must sign. In 37 games, he tallied 5 goals and 13 points. Not remarkable, perhaps, in the grand scheme of things, but certainly not a mistake to have him in the lineup. He was a steady, reliable presence, a professional who understood his role and executed it effectively. But here's where the narrative truly shifts, where the value of Max Pacioretty transcends mere regular season statistics and becomes undeniably compelling: the playoffs. For some inexplicable yet utterly crucial reason, the postseason lived up to the winger's game. It was during those pressure cooker moments, when the stakes were at their absolute highest, that Pacioretty truly elevated his play. There were games, particularly during that grueling first series, where the end result, the very survival of the Maple Leafs, was primarily, almost singularly, because of Pacioretty's contributions. He didn't just play well, he put the team on his back. He found another gear, another level of intensity and clutch performance that few others on the roster could match. This isn't just a nice-to-have. It's a non-negotiable, essential quality for a team that has, for too long, struggled to find consistent playoff heroism. And that, Toronto, is precisely why the Maple Leafs should find a way to bring Max Pacioretty back into the fold. Yes, he's a year older, and perhaps he's taken his foot off the proverbial gas pedal even further in the offseason. But the core value he brings, especially his proven ability to perform under the brightest lights, remains undiminished. This team, With the substantial turnover it has experienced, particularly with the departure of a cornerstone like Mitch Marner to go hang out in Nevada with the Vegas Golden Knights, could use a steady hand like Pacioretty more than ever. The locker room dynamic has shifted, the familiar faces are fewer, and the leadership vacuum, however subtle, needs filling. Sure, John Tavares is still here, a captain and a veteran presence in his own right, but bringing in another older forward who can potentially guide this newly formed team into more consistent success couldn't hurt. In fact, it could be the missing piece of the puzzle. His quiet professionalism, his understanding of what it takes to win in the postseason, and his ability to lead by example are precisely what a team in transition needs. Now, we acknowledge the elephant in the room. The Maple Leafs currently have a slight logjam of forwards. The roster isn't exactly crying out for another body right now. But this isn't a reason to dismiss the idea of bringing Pacioretty back. It's an opportunity for strategic patience. Pacioretty doesn't necessarily need to sign immediately. The beauty of his situation and the Leafs' flexibility lies in the timing. With potential injuries inevitably cropping up throughout a long season, or with underperformances leading to demotions, or even resulting trades, a roster spot will undoubtedly open up. The 36-year-old winger could return to training camp on a professional tryout, proving his fitness and readiness without committing to a full contract right away. Then he could simply stay in shape, perhaps training independently until the Leafs inevitably find the perfect moment to sign him to a contract before next year's trade deadline. This strategic maneuver would keep him eligible for the playoffs, transforming him into a wonderful midseason acquisition, a seasoned veteran parachuting in just when the team needs an extra boost for the playoff push. It's a low-risk, high-reward play that maximizes flexibility and ensures they get a proven performer when it matters most. The intangibles that Max Pacioretty brings are just as crucial, if not more so, than his statistical contributions. He's not just a body filling a roster spot. He's a voice of experience, a calming presence in the storm, a player who has seen it all and isn't fazed by the pressure. His leadership, his ability to remain composed when the game is on the line, and his inherent winning mentality are precisely what the Maple Leafs have often lacked in their quest for playoff success. He understands the ebb and flow of a postseason series, the need for resilience, and the subtle adjustments required to overcome adversity. For a team that has faced its share of playoff heartbreak, having a player like Pacioretty who can elevate his game when it matters most is an invaluable asset. He provides a steady hand, a veteran presence that can help guide the younger players through the emotional roller coaster of a long season and the intense crucible of the playoffs. This isn't just about adding depth. It's about adding character, resilience, and a proven winner to a team that desperately needs it. As the Toronto Maple Leafs navigate the complexities of their offseason and look ahead to a new era, the path forward for Max Pacioretty seems not just logical, but almost imperative. He embodies the very essence of the cheap veteran blueprint that has served the organization so well, and his playoff heroics last season underscore his unique, indispensable value. This isn't merely about bringing back a familiar face, it's about securing a proven performer, a steady hand, and a clutch player who can elevate his game when the stakes are highest. The opportunity is there, the need is clear, and the strategic path is well-defined. It's time for the Maple Leafs to embrace the obvious and bring back the veteran who proved he can put the team on his back when it truly matters. What do you think, Leafs Nation? Is bringing back Max Pacioretty the no-brainer move? It seems to be a crucial piece for a team in transition? Or are there other veterans you'd rather see don the blue and white? Or perhaps a different approach entirely? We want to hear your insights, your predictions, and your passionate takes on this crucial decision. Drop a comment down below and let us know your thoughts. If you felt the urgency, the anticipation, and the strategic insight in this report, please smash that like button, share your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to us, and we're incredibly grateful for you tuning in every single day. I'm Josh Goes, my co-host Jesse Peer, and we'll catch you in the next one.